Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday, the July 21st edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can always let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got the Dow up 312. The S&P is up 19. Whereas the NASDAQ and the semis are trading lower. The NASDAQ's off 0.7%, 76 points. And the semis are down about 10 points, about 0.5%. NASDAQ Composite is down 43, following along with the NDX 100. Gold's up $26, trading at $18.43. Silver, big move, $1.31, trade out at $21.51. Light sweet crude is up $1. Natural gas is up 2 pennies. 30-year Treasury up 13.30 seconds out there. Things are moving and grooving. So we did the update, and so let me just show you what's going on short-term wise. Then we could go take a look at the charts. We've got a number of questions that have come in, but just to follow up with that. So the NASDAQ is the week indice out there. Always great when you've got a market like this is go take a look at the week indice and see what it is signaling to us. Well, if we go take a look at let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let's do it the original way. Let's start with the 30-minute time frame chart. So on a 30-minute basis out here, we can see that price broke its first breakout level of support, and that's at the 10,932 level. When you break through one area of support, you typically go to the next level. Well, on breakout level support, that's using that TD9 count pattern. 10,826 was the number. As 10,826 was being approached, it was the bar following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So it's got a valid bottom in here. Price is below, it's trading with inside its bearish structured profile. So a bounce should take price up to the 10,904 area, 10,904 to 10,942. That would be the range. Not that price can't get above that. If it does get above 10,942, then 11,052 would be the number. Now, if this doesn't turn into a TD9 count bottom, then the next level to the downside would be 10,605. But right now, you've got a bottoming signal on the 30-minute time frame. On the 60-minute time frame, let's go take a look at it. What we're going to find is it too is forming or potentially forming a TD9 count. Right now, the low bar is bar number 8. We'll know at about, bar number 9 would form coming into 2 o'clock. And then you always have the potential for it being the bar following 9. That would be 3. But right now, we'll go with bar number 8 right at a breakout level, 10,826 out here. So it looks like the NQ trying to put in a bit of a bottom. If we go take a look at the daily time frame chart out here, the daily time frame chart is still going to show us that because of today's price action, it's TD9 count, and its Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern is still in play out here. So the NQ still has valid topping pattern, but price is only pulled back to test support, and that is Stevie's green line. And as long as price remains above that level, we'll call it 10,858 right now. I mean, we could go get the exact number, but it's going to change throughout the day as price moves higher or lower. You can visually see it if you're watching on TFNN, how this line works, and it's a great tool. And so even though you've got a valid topping pattern, you've got to get price below that oscillator unchanged line. And the NQ, in essence, has been below that level for the last about 4 out of 6 trading sessions out here. But even then, price was unable to bust to move to lower lows like 99.40. That's its breakout area, or to even test the bottom of its daily profile. So let's switch over and take a look at its daily profile. Well, shoot, price right now is, we're trading at 10,852. That is just below the top of that profile level, which is priced at 10,866. 10,862 is the number. What happens if price closes below 10,862 today? Not much, quite frankly. Still, what price would need to do in order to get a change in trend out here, you got to get below 10,270, 250. So that's another 600 points to the downside. Wouldn't expect to see that today and or tomorrow. But if price does get back below the top of that profile, then we're trading below resistance, which has to be the high of the 13th out there, because that's the topping signal out here. But it just closing below the top of that profile is not going to get my skirt in a tizzy. Take a look at the other indices. As long as we're on this page out here, you can see the ES Mini well above the top of its profile, above the prior highs. What that's telling us, the ES Mini had also made a topping signal back on June the 9th, I believe, out here, and price is well above those highs, so its topping signal is gone. That's right. The ES Mini is bullish right now. There's no other way to, well, you can interpret it however you want to. I will just simply tell you from a tools standpoint, market profiles, prior reversal patterns out here, that the ES Mini is bullish. The NQ, no, it's not, because it's got the valid topping signal. The Dow is not bullish out here because it still has its valid topping pattern. We go look at it later, and if we've got time, we'll do it. But it made its high. That was back on June the 9th. That high has not been taken out. Price has gotten up to the top of its daily profile as well as its descending trend lines out there. So it still remains with its bearish pattern. And inside the Russell 2000, it too remains with its bearish pattern. So it's the ES Mini now that is the one that has to get on board before the markets are going to top out here. We need to see tops in all of the indices out here. And so the ES Mini at this stage of the game is the stubborn one. If we take a look at the daily time frame charts, we switch over to my other daily time frame charts here, you're going to see that today price is moving higher, doing less relative energy out there. And if we do see a bearish reversal candle, then we generate another Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern. Short of that, price wants to go target 33.9650. That is its TD9. It's its next TD9 count breakdown level out here. Today is going to be, or it appears that it'll be bar number 6 of a TD9 count. That would tell us that the earliest that 9-count pattern could form would be Friday. And if that identifies the high could come on Thursday, Friday, or on Monday of next week. But the ES Mini is the one that is the culprit right now, or is the one that is the standout. Now, it's not the only standout. If we take a look at cash indices, the Wilshire 5000, which is a really great indication of the general market, it has negated its topping signals as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Hey, Peek, I'm going to go ahead and post this chart up in the screen here so you can see the correlation between Bitcoin and the stock markets. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, Taz understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the Taz Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the Taz Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 300, S&P 16. Let's go out to Philadelphia and speak with John. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm very well, Steve. Thanks for taking the call.
Sure.
Steve, you and I were speaking yesterday, and I forgot to ask about a market that is breaking out, and I wanted your assistance on, please, and that's the euro versus the dollar. The euro is moving to highs not seen in the past 18 months, and I am wondering if you can go through your chart work and your tools that can give us some guidance as to how far this rally could extend, assuming it holds above this 115 level that it's breaking out of right at this moment.
Sure. So let's begin, John. The first page that we're going to take a look at has multiple time frames. We've got the 60-minute. That's in the left-hand side, then the 240, then the daily, and the weekly time frame. And here, folks, we're taking a look at the euro-US dollar. It's got about a 15-minute delay on it, so my apology for that. But what we can see is prices trading above all of the profile levels. Today will be day number 2 above the daily profile. So that's really just simply suggesting to you or I that there's a real breakout going on. So let's above resistance, really what I should say out there. So let's pull over my other charts and see if we can try to figure something out. Now, here on the euro-US dollar, we're going to look at the daily time frame. So that's what shows up first. And what we're going to see is that today is going to be bar number 7 of a TD9 count pattern. So if this is going to identify a high out here, that high should come tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, using that TD 9 count pattern out here. So that's the daily time frame. I can see you and I'm sure you've probably drawn this in here, a very large A to B equals CD pattern out here. I can't draw it in on this chart or this tool, but that would be one heck of a large move that could be underway. Let's pull up the weekly time frame chart now. The oscillator and change line that is on this chart is the daily. So when I change to the weekly, it's also going to maintain the daily out there. I'd have to go change that. So let's not worry so much about that. Instead, let's just try to find any kind of pattern or any kind of resistance level. So on the weekly time frame, the first resistance level, which is dealing with this week, it's only Tuesday, but if price were to close above, John, 1.1448, and we're above that right now, this tells us the next price target is 1.1626 out here. And then above that, then you get up to 1.24. So that's what the weekly time frame is showing us. Does not show us any kind of a topping pattern or signal, wave count, TD9 count, anything along those lines. So from this chart, John, all that we can do is glean where is breakdown resistance, and that next level being at the 1.162. I'm going to flip over here to the monthly time frame just to give us a bigger picture. Again, that squiggly line is going to be the daily. It may not even show up. Well, it does show up, but we'll ignore that. On the monthly time frame, this shows us that price is trading between breakout support and breakdown resistance. So in the bigger picture, if price continues to rally, its price target using that monthly time frame would be $1.20. Now, that's those different time frames. I also happen, and I can throw in here the 30-minute. So at no extra cost to you, we can take a look at the 30-minute time frame for the euro and try to get a feel for what it is doing. So as we speak right now, and folks, I would not, in fact, even though price is breaking out, this is not the time to try to take that long trade. And the reason is because as we came into the 1 p.m. time frame, this is a 30-minute time frame, it formed bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Now, it's not a guarantee that this is going to be a top or not. It's just that when a topping signal such as this is present, that would not be the time to go ahead and add to a position. I'm not suggesting if you're a short-term trader, you would certainly tighten your stop. This is suggesting that we could see a pullback into about the 114 area out here. If there is a close above the high during this half hour, because this is a higher high, and that would be during the next half hour, so that'd be the 1:30 to 2 o'clock, then what this would tell you is the TD9 count pattern has failed to identify a top out here. So you'll know from a short-term standpoint, John, I'd say by 2 o'clock, whether or not there's a short-term using a 30-minute time frame chart in play out here. So now let me go back to those charts. Here I've got the monthly. Any questions about the monthly chart?
Yes, I do. Thanks for asking, actually. As we're moving higher, I'm looking at your monthly chart, and my gaze is attracted to the price highs that occurred. There was a swing high back in 2016, then one back in 2015 where we made highs at like 116. I think the one in 15 was 117. As I'm looking at those swing highs from back then, I'm wondering, for you, is price relative to those points at all important?
Not with regard to the tools that I'm using at the moment to help to express to you what they're communicating to us. So my tools here that we're using the TD9 count to help us identify breakout support, breakdown resistance, and what the status of the count might be. And that doesn't take a look on the left-hand side of the chart, those prior swing point levels out here. And then I'm looking at any kind of profiles that might show up. And then ordinarily, where is price in relationship to the oscillator and change line? So for example, and I don't know the answer to that, but we'll find out. That would be important to me. And so that right now is set to a daily setting. I'll switch this to the monthly setting out here. We'll apply to the chart. And so this here, when price is above above an oscillator and change line, it tells you, and it's red, so this just suggests to us at least more counter trend rally. So the answer to your question is, I'm not using the high out. My interpretation of the market is not taking into account, for example, the swing point in May of 2016 out here. It's not using the August of 2015 level out there. Not that it shouldn't be used, it's just not using it for those interpretation purposes.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that review, Steve. I'll leave one last idea in closing, and that is I've always found utility in Basil's application of the 200-period EMA, exponential moving average. And Basil does that on daily, weekly time frames. And I've been looking at the chart here this past couple of weeks and notice on the weekly chart, the 200 EMA acted as resistance on that March spike high. And then in June, it got up to 114 and bumped right into that same moving average. In both cases, in March and June, we hit that level, that 200-week EMA, pulled back, and now we're decisively punching past that. So, frankly, I'm kind of thinking we have a chance to get up towards maybe 118, 120 on this. So I appreciate your input and help me out there.
You bet. Dejan, always good to speak to you. Thanks so much for all the additional information that you provide, and we'll look forward to speaking to you again soon. This is Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back, folks. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, time to get to some questions out here. So Robert B. writes in, he wants to take a look at ticker symbols XOP. So let's take a look at this. So Robert is not in a position and looking to get into a long position out here. So here's what we know about XOP, the S&P trust in the energy sector. I believe, and we can see the price is trading above the top of its daily profile. Now that is at the moment. The top of that daily box, Robert, is 53.45. You're at 53.84 right now. Close above that would be bullish. The second close tomorrow would be bullish, and then suggest that price would make its way up to 55.42 to 58.17. That's not that much higher. That is in taking a look at the weekly bearish structured profile that's out there. So 55.42 would become its target. Both buyers and sellers are there. Above that would be 58.17. The monthly profile is also bearish in structure. So its target, last month, Robert, you know that the top of that bearish structure profile was tested and rejected. That was 63.70. There was a close back below it. Let's go see if there are any other patterns out here for you from XOP's standpoint. Let's go take a look at the daily time frame out here. So on the daily time frame, as we go back in time, we'll see wave number 7, or letter G, that formed at the bottom. Rhodes meant to indicate that was back in March 18th of 2020, makes a high with wave number 7. That is letter G, backs up. I don't have any kind of a pattern to the downside. But at this stage here, with price perhaps closing above today's daily profile, that would suggest to us that it wants higher price. In this case here, the target would be that prior swing point in the 72 area. From a weekly standpoint, what do we have for XOP? We've got a TD9 count bottom. That's what it formed with, and a TD9 count top, and then a pullback into support, and that being the bottom of its profile out here. So this is really stuck in a range out here. Your resistance is going to be that prior swing point high. We sort of mentioned that when we were looking at the other charts out there. Of course, you've got real resistance at 55.42 and 58.17. So those are levels that need to be cleared out here in order to make that move back up towards that 70 level. On a monthly time frame, what do we have? So on the monthly time frame says, you know what, because you're looking for a long-term trade out here, there's no bottoming pattern that I see. I don't even have an A to B equals CD to the downside that I could put in here that would make sense, and prices below Stevie's red line. So because you're looking for a long-term trade out here, I think you want to get a confirmation, Robert, of a long-term change in trend. At a minimum, that would be a close above Stevie's red line. We haven't, or it hasn't seen a close above Stevie's red line for over a year now, right? This takes us back to October, more than that, October of 2018. And we are in July of 2020 out there. So that red line, which is at about 56.86, give or take, out here, which is the center of that profile. I think, Robert, that's really what you want to see a close above, from a longer term standpoint. Other areas to consider entering. The weekly, you'd say 44.93 could be a spot to take a look at, and on the daily, it'd either be 47.82 or 38.85. But right now, it looks like price wants to move higher, so I don't think that 38.85 is going to come into play out there. So, Robert, I hope that helps you out with regard to XOP, and best of luck with that. The next question coming in from John in Sarasota, and John wants to take a look at ticker symbol NVAX. NVAX is Novavax, and the question is, what can we expect with Novavax? Well, right now, John is trading above its daily, weekly, and monthly profile, so this is not going to help you or I a whole heck of a lot. Instead, we've got to go take a look at the charts to figure out, is this thing forming any kind of a topping pattern out here? And we can see that price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, but she's been doing that for a while. It's in bar number 6 probably today of a TD9 count. The daily time frame does not show us any kind of topping signal. John in Sarasota, if you're asking me to try to come up with some type of price projection out here, I think those days are gone. I don't see any real great valid way for me to be able to do that for you. If you're asking me where is price likely headed to, well, in Novavax, this is going to be week number or bar number 8 on a weekly basis. So you got a weekly bar number 8, which can be a top. Short of it being a top, the price target is 174.70. That's its next TD9 count breakdown level. So that's its next resistance area. But we do know on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9, that would say this week, next week, or the week after, you could see a top. I would say if this is going to form a top, probably what you would first see the TD9 count top on the daily, and then you would, and then that may confirm what we see on the weekly time frame. But right now, 174.70 would look to me to be the likely next price target to the upside. On a monthly basis here, as we take a look at the Novavax, I got nothing, zilch, zero, nada. This is going to be in bar number 7 on a monthly basis of a TD9 count, but let's face it, folks, that could be 2 to 3 months away before this would identify some kind of a top. So everything is above resistance out here. Novavax should continue higher, John, and 174.70 becomes that next price target. LB writes in and he says, still holding NAC. So let's go take a look at NAK out here. Whoops, not NAK apostrophe, just simply NAK. And the question is, could you take another look at it, today's picture? Give me your thoughts on where we go next out here. So another big mover and shaker out here. And what you can see, we happen to be LB on the weekly time frame chart. And the price target that you would have picked out for where this was targeting next was $2.30. We're at $2.28 as we speak. Intra-session, it got above that, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know when it was. But 230 is the resistance point that it's dealing with. Above that, there is no more resistance that I see on the weekly time frame, and that would take you back into the 360-ish area, its prior swing point. But 230, and I don't have a topping signal, just that price is up at resistance out here, and you're wanting to see if you're long, which you are, you say you're holding it, you want to see it close above 230 this week. What happens if you don't? Doesn't mean that's a top, but price could pull back and test resistance, or support, I should say, and that would be old resistance at $1.53, the top of that weekly profile. On the daily time frame, what do we have out here for NAK? No topping pattern that is in play as we speak. Price moving higher, doing less relative energy. Only an issue if you see a bearish reversal candle. On the monthly time frame out here, price is also at 230. So 230. Not at 230 the time frame, $2.30 the price point. That's your real resistance level. And if you can get it close above that on the NACI one out here, then that gives you a price target of 426. That is the next monthly TD9 breakdown level. So LB, best of luck with that trade. I'd say stick with it for the time being. Hector and the fuel injectors. Why don't you take a look at the GDX out here. And Hector is with the strong surge in gold, where do you see a possible pullback in the GDX in the next few weeks out here? So the question is, do we even have a pullback? Let's just stick with the monthly time frame chart, so the longer term time frame chart out here, which formed a nice little Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, wave number 7, letter G out here. So that was way back in July in 2016 out here. GDX on a monthly basis says its next price target, $47.96. That's that TD9 count breakdown level. What's the weekly time frame chart tell us right now? We don't see any kind of a topping signal. When we get back, we'll go finish up the GDX for Hector and the fuel injectors. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Back up, folks. So we're taking a look at the GDX out here, and this is the weekly time frame chart for the GDX. So, and Hector is looking for, hey, is there going to be, if there's some kind of pullback, where might be an entry point inside the GDX? And if we take a look at its last major set of swing points, that's the high out here from February 24th and the low on March 16th, and we do our Fibonacci expansion, we're going to see that the GDX has approached the 1.618 expansion area. That's 41.52. We're at 41.18. So this could be an area where it's like elevator floors. And not that price has to stop here, but oftentimes it does. Take a look at when price got up to the 1.272 level. Price went ahead and pulled back. So that's a possibility here. We don't have any kind of a topping signal on the daily time frame. Now it's triggered a Rhodes momentum indicator move. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, but you need a bearish reversal candle. Short of that, then what you'd be looking at as a potential entry point would be 38.81 on a pullback. Again, you're at about 41.16. So that's what I see when I take a look at the daily and the weekly. The monthly time frame, if I didn't give that to you before, 47.96 is its price target. But since you're talking about the GDX and a potential pullback, likely what you would also need to see is a pullback inside of Goldilocks. So if we take a look at Goldilocks, what do we know about it? We know that it is trading above the top of its profile level. That was 1823. We know that price was trading inside of a consolidation. That consolidation was from approximately 1671 to 1789. That was a sideways move. When you break out of a consolidation, it gives you a measured move that is equal to or greater than the consolidation. Well, I can only really give you the equal to consolidation price objective, and that is 1907. Again, it could be equal to or greater than. But in this case here, the way that gold is trading, we'd have to go to the intraday charts out here to try to identify some kind of a topping signal, Hector. And I don't know that we have that. I don't know if we do or we don't. But let's go. As long as I've thrown that out there, let's get on. Be careful what can of worms that you open up, because you got to eat those worms, right? You open them, you own them, so to speak. So let's go see what is going on in the short-term time frame inside of Goldilocks. So let's pull over the 30-minute time frame real quickly. What do we see out here? We don't see anything with regard to a topping signal. Prices right now trading above Stevie's green line as well as the top of that profile. So that's suggesting that it wants higher price. If we go take a look at a 60-minute time frame out here, what does that tell us? No topping signal above the top of a profile. That says it wants higher price. However, the 120 minutes said not so fast. This is the Lee Corso chart, and we take a look at that. We'll see on the 2-hour time frame that this is going to be bar number 9 of a TD 9 count. That's going to complete at 2 p.m. If this is going to give you some type of short-term topping signal, that suggests that it happens between 2 and 4 p.m. This is a 2-hour time frame chart that we are looking at. So that would actually suggest that, I would say, in the overnight hours, if this chart is going to take hold, that we would then see gold price probably move up into about the 4 o'clock time frame, and then we see some type of a pullback overnight. Not guaranteed. I'd want to see what's going on the short-term time frame as the 2-hour time frame makes that TD 9 count pattern out there. So, Hector, I hope that helps you out with regard to gold, the GDX, and all of the above. Who knows what was all of the above out there? What else do we? Oh, good. We got through all the easy questions out here. Now we have to get to the tough ones. No, I'm just kidding you. We're going to go back to Mike yesterday sent in an email. Wanted to take a look at a few different instruments. Well, one was gold. Okay. So, Mike, I think we got that. You've got the September 18th long call spread out there. So we've taken a look at gold. So that was timely. That was a nice segue into your questions out there, and I didn't even know it. But the next one that Mike wanted to take a look at was IYR. So that's the real estate sector out here. So let's go take a look at it, see how it is performing today in relationship first to its TAS market profiles. Well, we can see it's got a nice bullish structured TAS market profile. So, Mike, if we see two closes below 77.94, then that's going to suggest that we're headed to lower price out there. And that's really what you're going to be watching is the 77.94 level. Well, really, you're going to watch 77.94 and 78.93. One's the bottom, one's the center out here. And you can see price has been trading in between those. The reason why you're so focused, hyper-focused on the bottom of that daily profile is price is trading below the bottom of its bullish structured weekly, and it's trading below the bottom of a new monthly profile that formed here this month in July. Typically, when a profile forms above price, the general meaning there is that it is bearish. So you're getting bearish signals here from the weekly and the daily. We're not getting a bearish signal just yet from the daily time frame out here. IYR, I want to get it on my other charts out there. So again, 77.94 is a key area to watch. If price can close above 78.93, not 78.94.5, significantly above it, let's just call it 80, then price should be on its way up to the 82.90 area. But we're not making that call just yet because that's not what price is doing. But we know what to look for out here. We know the reasons why we would be looking for those price levels. So on the daily time frame, what else do we have out here? We got price that's trading below Stevie's green line. So it's really trading in a tight range between support and resistance out here. Nothing new to add on the daily time frame from what we've covered. Nothing really new for me to add to you on the weekly. And on the monthly, in addition to trading below the monthly profile, it's also rejected Stevie's green line out here. And I don't see a valid bottoming signal that on that push lower from a monthly standpoint. So, Mike, watch the 77.94. I think that's the key area for you to be watching. And the second key area, 78.93 with regard to where price might head to. You've also got a position in GPL, and you're currently long, and so you're looking for some price targets out here. So as we take a look at Great Panther and we look at its profiles, we can see price trading above the top of the daily, weekly, and monthly. So this is suggesting that it wants to move to higher price out there, but higher price, where would that take us to? GPL. So let's go get our other charts out here, and let's just start in reverse order, knowing that price is trading above the top of a resistance level. That is the top of its monthly profile, which is 63 pennies. So as we start with this, Mike, what this is signaling to you and I is that price should target 98 cents. And 98 cents is the monthly TD9 count breakdown level. A close above that would suggest some kind of change in trend from its monthly standpoint. On a weekly basis out here, the next level is 86 cents. That's a TD9 count breakdown level. No topping signal that I see in play. A close above 86 should get you $1. The next TD9 count and above that would be $1.27. That's the weekly message. On a daily basis out here, with regard to Great Panther, we do not have any kind of a topping signal, and so those price projection levels that we took a look at, they're in play. 84 cents, by the way, is a TD9 count breakdown level. So you can see price kind of struggling at a resistance area, but no topping signal. So just know that you could see a bit of a stalling out here, but otherwise GPL looks pretty good. The last one was WING, wing out here, and you're thinking about a reversal at earnings around July 29th. Out here, let's just simply take a look at the daily time frame chart. You've got a Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern, but price hasn't busted through any levels of support that are key. 119.13 would be the number to take a look at there. On the weekly time frame, I do not have a topping pattern. And on the monthly time frame, well, we are in wave number 7. That's letter G, but that can extend itself. And that is on ticker symbol WING. And I'm going to fly out of here so we can go catch a break, and I'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks and commodities, along with specific recommendations including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. Today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive.
We take it every morning. Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 290, S&P 22. The Russell is up 24 points. Big move there. And the NDX 100 is off 30 points. So we began the show taking a look at the week indice out here from a price standpoint. We saw that was the NDX 100. We immediately went to the NQs, look at the intraday time period, because what you and I were looking for is, hey, what are the signals coming from that? And so let's end the show where we began out here. And so what we knew on a 30-minute time frame, we knew that price had made its way down to a breakout support level, 10.826. It was doing so with the TD9 count pattern. Bar number 1, or the bar following bar number 9, was that low out there. So that made the call pretty darn easy. With regard to price should bounce up towards the top of its profile, and that's at the 10.942 level. You'll see now at 10.937 is Stevie's green line. This is a bearish structured profile. So his first level of resistance has been attained in this 10.906 area, but there's nothing to suggest that we shouldn't see a further move higher. When I say nothing, look, we're using tools that give you and I a competitive advantage. It is really as simple as that. It is as simple as that. We also knew that market breadth. Now, I didn't show you this one. This is the 30-minute time frame market breadth tool out here. This is bullish as well. So this has got a bullish configuration. We were taking a look at the 60, the 240, the daily and the weekly, but it was really the intraday time signals that we were looking for. Those were set to bullish out there. That was telling us about market breadth bullish coming back to a level of support with a valid bottoming signal. And we saw a bottoming signal as well that appeared to be forming on the 60-minute time frame chart as well out there. So, folks, learn these tools. They'll improve your life and your trading. They won't do anything for me. Well, what they'll do for me is my whole mission, folks, is why I do this show, is to provide you with tools like this. You get to see them work over and over again today, and it's all about leaving a better world. And that's what I'm doing for you here. So if you'd like to learn these things, you've got access to it. All subscribers do. And if not, hey, no problem. Just simply thanks for being here. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks.